Hello everybody, welcome to episode 31 of the Ashton Gate 8 with me, Ringo FM. I thought a very good place to join us today. We are on Boxing Day 2027. We've got a home game against Palace, who are in 18th, and a home game against Manchester City, who are top of the division, and we are smack bang in the middle of both of those teams on 10th place. I thought that was a really good chance to sort of see where we are, sort of have a little look and sort of judge whether we are a mid-table team, whether we are a team that could push for Europe, whether a team that are going to drop down and sort of be lower mid-table. And obviously we're going to discuss what's been happening in the previous games. But you can see there's been a fair bit of shift around. Mason Greenwood and Junior Krupi, top goal scorers. Greenwood has been absolutely sensational so far this season, which, do you know what, he's now wanted. It wouldn't surprise me if he went out the door. We are really close to January. Not that I want him gone, but obviously, like the whole aim of the save is I can't get this bloody thing to sit properly. The whole aim of the save. Oh my god! The whole aim of this. I'm not editing that out. The whole aim of the save is to sort of develop players and move them on and whatnot, and sort of get the best out of what we got. And Mason, I think we've had sort of the best out of him that we probably could have done. Very consistent. He's now starting to score again. He's always performed well. You can see his goals have been coming from an inside forwards position. He did get to as a poacher against Liverpool, and I'll show you that game in a second. But inside forward against Newcastle, 2 goals and an assist. Inside forwards against Brentford, 2 goals. And then a poacher when he came on against Burnley, got himself a goal. Played a poacher against Manchester United, 7.0 average rating. And then, yeah, so he's quite consistent. Obviously, Junior Krupi is just like a machine. What a player. What an absolutely fantastic player this lad is. Obviously, we still play him as a false 9. He's just getting better and better and better. We did speak to his agent recently about negotiating a new contract, but he doesn't want to because he'd been able to offer an increase upon his current contract length. He is on like a 5-year deal. So there's not really much I can do there. Michael Coyote is continuing his electric form from the back end of last season into this season. He has got 3 goals and 3 assists so far this season, Coyote. And Frank Smiths is one that, if you watched episode, I want to say it's 29, we spoke about Smiths and his report saying that he lacked the intelligence to play at a higher level. So we stuck him down in under 21s, and you know what? I think that was absolutely the making of him. He's come in now. Since then, let's have a little look. We look at all teams, so we can see his under 21 games. So the last time he played for the under 21s was the 13th of September against Swansea, but you can see he sort of rotated in and out of the team from there. And then from then on against Liverpool onwards, he's basically been the starting winger and just got better and better and better and better. This lad's going to be like a world-class player. He's got 4 caps and 2 goals for the Dutch national team. £15 million transfer from Vitesse. We let our director of football, Julian Ward, obviously Liverpool's director, or technical director, I should say, in real life. Very good. He's got better, actually. I'm pretty sure I've seen a thing saying that you can see that these go up on staff this year, and I've never once seen it, but that used to be 15 and 15, so that's gone up. He's signing some very good players, and that's why we're keeping him there. Frank Smiths being one of them, and I'll show you some more in just a second. But yeah, it's just gone very well. We look at the schedule and the results. I think the last time we left off was the Brighton game. We then went away to Anfield, a 2-1 win, Mason Greenwood at the double, and then quite inconsistent from there, losses to Fulham and Villa, beat Arsenal 1-0, thrashed Newcastle 6-3. They got a goal back quite late on. They went in the lead twice, and then we just absolutely hammered them from there. Philip Bungard is a player that we will be talking about. I mean, look at him. You will probably just seen that pop up there. Those who play Football Manager would look straight to that. We are signing Philip Bungard. He's joining permanently for £15.5 million. I had to do that. He's only 23. He's got his best years ahead of him. He's so consistently good. I love him. I just thought, you know what? He's good value for money. And he's sort of going to be the starter. Leicester 0-0, and then a loss to Southampton, which was insane. They just absolutely walked us off the park. The loss against Brentford was horrible. Another penalty. Burnley 3-1 victory. You can see Groupie and Greenwood. Groupie. Groupie and Greenwood. Krupi and Greenwood just doing bits. Game against Manchester United. I need to show you this. it feels like this team is very Everton. Look at this. 29 shots, 15 on target, 3.66 XG. Fucking Andre Onana getting a 7.1. We absolutely dominated them, and they scored 2 goals in the space of 15 minutes when we had just run out of steam. It was really frustrating. Like, Krupa didn't have a good game, but everyone else performed well. It was very, very unlucky. And then the next game we played against Bournemouth, and I think just the steam had run out. It was only 4 days in between, and you can see we just didn't even put in anywhere near the level of performance at Heidel, however you say it. Got man of the match in that game. So, yeah, we're in a good position. I've changed the tactic up again. It's now a bit of a mix of both our old tactic and new tactic. So it's the same counter-attacking system, but we play much more direct at a higher tempo. We hit early crosses and float the crosses. And I know that sounds daft, but when you're hitting an early cross, if you're trying to whip it, there's too much margin for error. You can't do a low one. It's easy to intercept. So if we're just lofting them into the box, it says, if you actually highlight it, it will instruct players to get more height in the intention of finding a player who's got a height advantage over the marker, or giving time for the player with good movement the space to find a free header. Well, I think you'll find that Mason Greenwood has got very good off-the-ball movement. He's scored a couple of headers now, and Philip Bungard as well. His off-the-ball movement is fantastic and is getting better. He has also scored a couple of headers. It's not necessarily just the headers. I mean, it's allowed us to rotate Lorenzo Luca in, players like that. We give George Morgan a bit more game time. And yeah, it's just allowed us to sort of rotate players in and out of the team. The title of this episode is called the AFCON of Nightmares. We lost, obviously, Sangante. I didn't actually realise how many players we had that were... I did, but I didn't think it would be that much of an issue. But Sangante is Senegalese. Fallou Diouf down here is Senegalese. Dango Utara is obviously Burkinese. Ilia Mariba is Guyanan. They all went, just 4 players went there. So 4 rotation players went in a December where lots of game time comes about. Murphy Zakwani ended up going as well. Francelinho Gio is obviously declared for Portugal, so he didn't go. But he will be leaving the club. It's going to Nottingham Forest for 17.5 million. He moaned about Bungard coming in. Bungard is ultimately a better player. 23 years of age for Francelinho. Bungard is 23. He's levels ahead, so he will be going out the door. Cole Palmer is also going. He's going to Al Ahly. I couldn't really turn down the offer that they put, £33 million. I couldn't really turn that down for a player who doesn't play for us. We paid 21, so he's gone out the door. So I think January, we're probably not going to sign anyone. We've got so many good rotation options like Ola Bryn Hildson, 6.81 average rating. He was brought in because he likes playing in big games and he's very consistent. So we brought him in as very much like he will play the big games, as will Norgard and probably Nelson Semedo. And if you look at his form in what you would consider big games, Manchester United, 7.9, Liverpool, 7.1. So it makes sense. I mean, Chelsea, he was crap, but we were all pretty crap against Chelsea. But yeah, he's more than happy. He's a squad player. He's probably in his prime. He's still very physically fit. Nelson Semedo's another one who we've sort of rotated in for the big games. Physically is declining, so we won't be extending his contract at all. There's no sort of clause in his contract that he will be extended. But again, if you look at the big games, he only came on 71 minutes there, so you ignore that. Arsenal came on, performed well. Liverpool came on, performed well. Brighton performed well. And the first game against Manchester United, he didn't do too well. But it makes sense. It works quite well. Obviously, Norgard, again, he's physically declining, but mentally and technically, he is brilliant. And you look at his form in the big games, 6 points, he's just so consistent. 6.7 against Man United, 6.9 as a central defender against Burnley, a 7.1 against Brentford. It's just very, very consistent performer. And again, allows us to rotate and allows us to give a lot of like proper game time to Ege Arslan, who's not performing well in training recently, 6.6. But we'll let him off because he's played a lot of football recently. But he's sort of rotating in and out of the team, playing well, getting a little bit better. Obviously, this all sort of changes throughout the season. They will never just like progress perfectly. But you can see he's gone up and then he's sort of plateaued back to his previous level. So it's not like he's doing badly at all. He is still only 21. Just a very, very, very good start to the season. Still some players that haven't really performed and aren't really playing. I mean, Anthony Gordon, he only ever came in as he wanted to be a regular starter, but he only came in sort of to push Frank Smits, and Smits has now cemented that, but he does rotate in on the left. Franz Kratzig's now wanted. That might be a good option to loan him out. Pape Sarr, doing very well. He's another one who went to the AFCON. Obviously, he is also Senegalese. 3 Senegalese internationals in this team. Mad. Yeah, Milinkovic-Savic has been playing, and if you look at the role, we play him as a Roman playmaker, and you know what? It's so good of a role. It's unbelievable in the match engine. Again, look at the greens you need. First touch, passing, technique, work rate, vision, teamwork off the ball, decisions, composure, anticipation, acceleration, and stamina. He is magnificent in that role. Scored some big goals. Goal and assist against Newcastle. Scored a goal against Tottenham. He's been brilliant, but again, he doesn't mind rotating in and out. Oddly enough, he's still happy, and he does rotate in and out. We do tend to play Belic in the games where we're playing sort of the better opposition, because Belic is just a pure ball winner, a very, very good player in his own right. He will just win the ball back, lay it off to one of the more creative players. In this instance, Norgard. Do you know what? Actually, we've got a game against United City, so we're not going to play Norgard. We're going to play Arslan. And similarly, we're going to play... Do you know what? I might give the start to Pape Sarr because he's done very well. He's also training to play like a Roman playmaker role. He can do it. 15 first touch, 14 passing, 14 technique, work rate, vision, teamwork off the ball. You see what I mean? He's a very good Roman playmaker. Plays 1-2s, looks for the pass rather than attempting to score. If only his determination was better, he'd be fantastic. I might give him a game. He's performed well. He did very well for Senegal. I think that's the way I'm going to go. We're going to take Anthony Gordon off the bench there. Mariba. Let's put Mariba on the bench instead of Belic. And yeah, I'm happy other than that because it's not a big game. We're playing one of the teams down there. As I say, I do like trying to bring George Morgan in. You can see his value sort of going up and down, up and down. He's still got like a lot in him. And the coaches really like him, and the scouts really like him. I just need him to go out on loan. I'm trying to get him to either Tranmere or Lincoln. But neither of them want him. They don't have to take him, so they're not doing. This guy, Thoris and Faras, obviously he came in to be like an impact sub, a young player. He's still got a bit about him. Not fantastic, but he's missed some golden opportunities. So I think I might loan him out in January. There's probably not going to be many ins, but I am going to show you some people who have actually signed in, and Julian Ward is just doing bits at the minute. So 3 transfers. Philip Bungard, you have already seen. This one recently signed. He will also join in January. It is Yuri Pedrosa, a centre-half from Mexico. 6'5", £8.5 million outlay up front. Can I see it here on the transfer? 8.25 million. We discussed with his agent after the contract, after the transfer offer was put in by Julian Ward. We discussed what he had wanted, and he said this. And you know what? We just let Ward negotiate the deal. 8.25 million. What a player. 6'5", 20 determination, fantastic position, fantastic marking, tackling, decision making, concentration, anticipation. He is brilliant. So Yuri Pedrosa will be coming in, and another player coming in. This is a Chilean guy, Ethan Ayala. Look at him, professional, good flair, good determination, great off the ball. I think going forward could probably play false 9. Really good dribbling as well. You've got amazing finishing, but good dribbling, good first touch, technique, vision, off the ball, decision making. He can play as an advanced forward. He can play as a false 9. Again, an 18-year-old who's that good coming in is just going to be absolutely fantastic. So we're just in such a really good position as a club. Recently, the youth facilities have been upgraded. So we look at our facilities now. Excellent youth facilities and state-of-the-art training facilities. They recently got done up to. Excellent youth recruitment. While we're here, actually, let's ask for the youth recruitment or the academy coaching to be upped. Increase the junior coaching budget. Obviously, that's what we want in this save, isn't it? So that's what we need to do, really. We just need more and more. You can see now we've changed to attacking. This more direct style. The attacking has gone to satisfied. we still counter-attack. It's pleasing. We play entertaining football. The games are thick and fast. There's goals conceded. There's goals scored. So we're just doing what the board and the supporters want. Obviously, they were very disappointed with the direct football, so we've had to change it up to be more direct. And that's sort of how we landed on the mix of the two. But I think we've definitely got the squad to do it. What else has been happening? Players developing. Declan Williams, he's moved up to the under-21s now. 17 years of age, physical monster himself. I mean, if we compare him with Jory Pedrosa, who's a couple of years older, obviously Pedrosa's been playing a lot for Monterrey. He's got 31 appearances under his belt. Declan Williams, for us, has got one appearance, a Premier League substitute appearance under his belt at 17. So we're just in such a good position of a club, man. It's amazing. And I'm very, very happy with how it's going. Obviously, you see sort of players losing out here. Can I see the youth intake preview? It's not amazing, but apparently we've got a very good striker coming through. A B rating, I would say, is probably like a 3-star striker. Obviously, Chiellini, I mean, his ability, this is just getting better all the time. So we're just in a very good position. I've got nothing really to complain about. A couple of the loans still aren't really playing. Trifunovic, which I don't really mind. And then like these guys like Arroyo and Felix Berg. I think Felix Berg will still develop into a good player, but is only rotating in. Ronald Jones is actually 10 games is massive for him. Chris Beeden, Coventry want to transfer him in now. So then again, you look at the guys like Osman Kamara, he's doing well. Harry Bond, who I actually think is going to come back and probably be around the first team next season. Doing very well. Tricky Trev, getting better all the time. These physicals are creeping up slowly. These were all 8s and 9s. They're coming into 10s now. I think they'll probably settle at maybe 12s or 13s. Alex Baird, another player, doing very, very well out on loan there at Doncaster. Got a lovely smile on him there, Alex Baird. Kyle Yates, all these players out doing well. Ephraim Yeboah, who worth about 11 mil. Is he really, though? Ferran Felgate, obviously the lad who came in from Liverpool. Look at him. He's 6'7". He's got bigger. We've done so well, I think, this save to just sort of play it as we go. Oh no, he's finally injured. That's his first injury since going there. What a shame. And do you know what, actually, this another need to speak about Ilya Fraser, now capped at under-20s level. Obviously was released by Wolves, this lad. David Bartley, another young player doing well. Ilabudo, we spoke about him at the start of the season. Look at him, he's great. He could easily be a rotation option. Charlie Frith, again, magnificent young player. We've just got such a good squad and such a lot of like young players to rotate in and out. Obviously, Gary Hobbs, they think he needs to be playing regular first team football now. He's been doing very well for the under-21s. Playing for England at under-19 level as well. He just looks like he's going to be fantastic. Kenny Doherty is now training as a false 9. He's getting a little bit better, but obviously is not a natural up front. And then Nejit Akin is a player we brought in from West Ham on a free. Not really played an awful lot due to sort of... I wasn't really concentrating on the under-18s and the under-21s, but I've sort of fixed that now. We've got like... We've got sort of the main tactics set up for the under-21s when it wants to actually load through. I'm not sure why it's not loading through. What is going on? There we go. And we've sort of got them sorted. Obviously, we're trying to get players in and around the team here. For fitness-wise, obviously, we've still got Davian Rosero, who just, 11 clubs want him for loan now. He will be going out on loan. He's getting better and better and better and better. Warrington is sort of like that Tom Huddleston role, where we've got him on, we've got him transfer listed. No one's really coming in for him. If a transfer offer comes in, we'll let him go. He's still got 2 years left on his deal. I'm happy with him being in the under-21s and just sort of helping out. He doesn't really care. He's happy being down there. And then, we've got Mitchell and Williams at the back there. Ewan Yetton, he's played in the Premier League for us now. This was during the AFCON when all the players were out. He came in. He played the game off the bench, 6.7. I can't remember who he played against, actually. Who did he play against? He played against Leicester. Came on 45 minutes, 6.7 average rating. Did very, very, very well, Ewan Yetton. He's another young prospect. We've got so many good players come to the academy. And then this guy I wanted to speak about, Ian Kennedy. We were looking at him and he came in naturally as a winger. He played like most of last season as a pressing forward. And I was looking at him and I went, do you know what? He wouldn't be a bad wing back. Dribbling needs to improve, definitely needs to improve, but we're trading him out there as like a wing back on defend. Can we train his dribbling up? I don't think we can. No, we can't. But, I mean, he's doing very well. He's playing at left back. He's doing well. 6.7, 3 goals, 2 assists as a left back when he's coming as a natural winger or a striker. Just this save, man, it's just been so good. There was a couple of times where I felt like giving up on it. Those of you who have watched me for a while will know I do tend to give up quite easily on saves. But this save just keeps drawing me back. It's got that real nice mix of you're doing things well. You've got some good youth players coming through. There's an interest in there. There's still an interest to just keep going and keep doing more and just keep ticking away. And we've not sort of made the absolutely rocket ship development or progress that you see most people make, where like they'll just throw one tactic on or they'll just do one thing and they'll just win everything straight away. We've sort of come away from that and just done things our own way. And I think that's where the interest lies. And obviously all the support from the guys watching. There's a couple of people who watch religiously, which I think is amazing because you just listening to me in my weakening Scouse accent as I live down south now, my weakening Scouse accent, waffle on at you, have breakdowns, kick off, lose whatever's remaining of me hairline, watching players fanny about at the back. Everyone who's just continued watching, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. All the support, all sorts of everything's constructive criticism. I'd never sort of take offense to anything you said, so keep on going. Obviously, the more you support me, the more I can invest in it. Obviously, I've mentioned before, I'm in a very amazing workplace where I can sort of just do this on the side and say, look, I'm going to chip off for an hour. And they don't care. They don't care. They let me do it. They let me chip off. I chip off for an hour. I record. I go back to work. I make up the hour after work. I log on half an hour early the next 2 days. It's fine. So we're in a very good position to carry on growing the channel. And obviously you guys coming along with me is great. And the fact that we've got a save like this just makes it so much better. So thank you very much. That's another point to mention, completely forgot. Morelli is in, Giacomo Morelli, our new assistant manager, obviously came in from AC Milan. Very good. He obviously replaced Curtis Fleming, which it was a shame. It was a shame we had to let Curtis Fleming go. But it is what it is. We need to progress. We need to get better. How am I still not on here? How was Mason on there? But I'm not. I'm furious about that. Really? Boxing Day preview. Should I flash up that picture of the Boxing Day in 1962, whatever it was? Let's see. Ilya Mariba can play. Hope the team carry on the rewards of potent attacking football. Big tick. Supporter saying it as well. Hope we can improve the quality of direct football. Okay, I understand that. Hope the team can carry on with the style that's impressing. Can we stick to set-piece routines that are paying dividends? That's fine. Rafa Marine is scoring some goals. Hope the team can carry on with the style that's impressing fans. No reason to change an effective counter-attacking stance. And they want to see Lorenzo Luca end his barren run in front of goal. And do you know what? So do I. Popped up as a news item the other day. 33 hours he has gone without scoring a goal, Lorenzo Luca. And obviously we're playing absolute lumpet football, proper pig ball. He's 6'6", 6'7". He's 6'7", and he's just not scoring. But whatever, it is what it is. This is how we're going to line up. Slightly changed. Pape Sarr obviously in. Greaves, Sangante, Coyote, Borza. Everyone seems pretty fit and firing. Kratzig is not really sort of up to speed. He's not got the match sharpness. So we'll have to keep an eye on him. Everyone else, though, I'm pretty happy with. Utara, Mariba, Marine, the youth, Norgard, Luca, and Milinkovic-Savic make up the bench. I've bloody pressed spacebar, but here, Mason Greenwood, team selection, pleased to be playing in his preferred role. He's an inside forward on the left. So that's telling me now, the more we've trained in there, we've just kept persisting with it and keeping him there and keeping him there. He's an inverted winger inside forward. He's not he doesn't seem to want to be a striker anymore. So that to me says we've done the right thing. Philip Bungard is aggressive every game. Every game says to me we've done the right thing in training Mason out there. So yeah, we'll just keep going. We'll just keep plugging away and doing what we're doing, because whatever we're doing seems to be working. Just as a club, as the save as a whole, seems to be working quite well. You're offside, Frankie. I nearly called him Jimmy Smith then. Look at us knock it round. So direct football, right? I play direct on Football Manager quite often. This is what it means. We're still passing it round, but we're quickly passing it to feet. We're not just doing short passes for the sake of it. We're not just, sort of aimlessly knocking it about the back. It's direct, just straight to the feet. Obviously, they will adjust based on sort of who's playing. If I've got Lorenzo Luca on, they will play the ball high a bit more. But don't sort of fall for that whole idea of I don't want to say meta, but the whole idea of Football Manager of you have to play a certain way, because you absolutely do not. And that is why it's my favourite game of all time. I've loved Football Manager since I was about 10 years of age. What a knock from Borza. Oh! Deserved a goal. Deserved a goal. What a knock from Andre Borza. See what I mean? It's not lump hit football. You play some nice stuff. So we're about 15 minutes in. We've obviously had that effort there. Greenwood should have scored. His average rating's dropped right down since then. Go give them a quick encourage. Eddie Howe is the current Crystal Palace manager. They've been on a really poor enough form. They did offer me the job interview, but we quite clearly and quite obviously turned that down straight away. So Eddie Howe has got into there. So expect Palace to sort of come and look to play here. And you know what? We don't seem to be getting out the traps. Here's Frankie Smits. We're quite good off set pieces now. Good ball in. Doucouré heads away. Okafor clears. Here's Mason Greenwood. Down the line for Frank Smits. Coyote to Greenwood. Back to Smits. Get your ball across the box. He's gone for goal and hit the post. Ege Arslan saved again. Mad. We're changing up now. We're going for an in-swinger. It's Bungard to take it. He's gone near post again. Sarr knocks it down and cleared away by Malero. Picked up by Bungard, and that's your end of highlight. Another corner. We still do play for set pieces. Got some big lads in there now. Smith's ball. Greaves off the line by Eze. Bungard. What can you do? Philip Bungard onto his left foot. And he blazes it over the bar. The two wide lads, I think we need to get them a bit closer. I think the two wide lads, they're not close enough. Oh, Ege. Oh, it's a gashed leg. You're fine. Get on with it. Yeah, I think the two wide lads need to be a little bit closer, and we can then allow the wing backs to create width. 11 corners we've had. That's insane. We should have scored one of them by now, especially with the height we've got in there. Everyone's performing quite well, apart from the two wide lads, which is quite concerning. I feel like Palace have obviously targeted them. So who have we got? We've got Dango Ouattara, who can go out wide right. So let's bring Ouattara in. Greenwood, the only other person who can play there really is Bungard. Yeah, do you know what? We will bring him off. We'll bring Norgard on. We're going to have to keep Greenwood out there and just see how it goes. I'm happy sort of dropping Smith as and when he doesn't perform well. He is only a young lad. He'll get it. He'll understand. But the rest of the team are performing okay, so it's a bit of a concern that we've not managed to break the deadlock here. But we are still playing well. Obviously, we are just sort of getting it forward as quickly as we can. Lise is skinning about 5 players here. And here's Eze. And well intercepted by Pape Sarr. He's not played an awful lot for us, Pape Sarr, but he's just a very good footballer. It's just his determination that lets him down, and obviously we know that means a lot. If I was to play him against City, he'd just get ran through, so I can't really play him in games like that. But obviously it's a squad game, and that's what you've got to use to your advantage as we're pressing very high and forcing Palace back to Dean Henderson. Go on, Dango, get out there. Malacia. Malero intercepted by Norgard. He's a very good player. Another great pickup on a free transfer. Here's Dango Ouattara. So him cutting in allows the space which Krupi can find Coyote, and he's swung it in for Bungard. It's going to fall for Greenwood. Yeah! Mason Greenwood. There you go. Told you, the floated crosses. Not for everyone, but if a player's got good off the... I mean, to be fair, I actually think Bungard's very unlucky he doesn't get this. Look at this. Coyote's ball just gets out-jumped by Richards, just the taller defender. And what a strike! What a strike from Mason Greenwood up into the net. I told you we needed them a bit closer, a bit more narrower, allow the wing backs to create the space. It let Greenwood in. He was in and around the box, and that will put us up one position to 9th if we carry on. This is quite nice. Obviously, we're not getting a lot of shots on target, but it will come. Obviously, we have changed up to this. I am going to make the change now. We are going to bring Lorenzo Luca on. Target forward support is his favourite. Christian Norgard's apparently struggled to meet the pace. I don't think that's true. I think he's played quite well. Everybody else, I genuinely don't think I need to change anything. Papsar's doing well. Borza, maybe Borza, but I don't really need to be honest. So we're just going to keep it as it is. Like Palace with a deep free kick. We still do give away a lot of fouls because we have still got the get stuck in instruction on. What a goal. What a goal. Wow. Okay. That's unlucky then. Unlucky, lads. There's nothing you can do about that. Malero with an absolute rocket. Plays it to McGinn. Gives it back. And Malero, one touch out of feet and then just hammers it. Nothing the goalkeeper can do there. Greenwood now. Sangante knocks it down. It's off the line. It's in. It's hit the... Henderson saves it and knocks it straight back. Oh, that's unlucky, Dean Henderson, but we won't care. We are pigs. A set-piece goal at last. Greenwood whips it. Sangante's header. It hits Henderson. It hits the inside of the post and goes in. That's unlucky for them. Sangante, we were telling them to bring him off a second ago, so no. The youth could play. Milinkovic-Savic could come on. Do you know what? We will bring Serge on. We'll bring Milinkovic-Savic on just to sort of end the game and sort of see us out. Let Pape Sarr have his rest. He obviously played like a full campaign at the AFCON as well. That's why we've really not sort of... Well done, Junior Creepy. Lorenzo Luca. Slip him in. It's found Junior Creepy. Scoops it over the bar. He's been quite quiet today, actually, Junior Creepy. It's not like him at all. But yeah, the AFCON of Nightmare has really sort of done a number on us. You could see sort of the influx in player ratings and obviously fitness levels were quite low. So it really did a bit of a number on us. I feel like we've sort of... Now we've got the players back, obviously. We've come around it. There you go. The wing backs providing all the space. And Borza, what a run. What a brilliant run. And Lorenzo Lucas. No, don't you dare. Don't you dare. No, I'm not having it. He's not offside. Yes. Lorenzo Luca with his first of the season. 33 hours of football without a goal. Gets his head on that. What a run from Andre Borza. And don't forget, we're on a balanced mentality, and Andre Borza is playing as a defensive wing-back. He's a wing-back on defend, right? Mentality is everything, and obviously your directness and whatnot, it's everything. And I can't talk about how much you don't need to play a 4-2-3-1 gegenpress. You don't need to play tiki-taka football. You don't need to play with inverted wing-backs, inverted full-backs, segundo volantes, registas, half-backs, all this nonsense. I mean, Roman Playmaker for me is genuinely probably the most adventurous I've got on FM for years and years and years. And it's sort of just a necessity. Good ball. Come on, Lorenzo, get on it. Lorenzo! He's done it again! Lorenzo! What a cross by Coyote. Yeah, like, you don't need it. I'm lumping it to a 6'7" striker. The AFCON of Nightmares is turned into the Boxing Day of Dreams. Season's greetings at Ashton Gate. Season of good cheer for Lorenzo Luca. Goodness gracious me. Bristol City 4, Crystal Palace 1. Do you know what I actually think has helped as well is I've taken control of the training, like I've shown you in the other video, where we're doing the same training, but mixing it up depending on how many games we've got, with the team cohesion going up and whatnot. And that's why I don't want to make a lot of changes. This starting 11 is pretty set, and the rotation places really Milinkovic-Savic Obviously, Luca up front there, and then on the right wing, and everybody else just seems to keep their position, keep their place in the team. So a result which leaves us in 9th place, and unbelievably, we are now kind of out of reach of Everton and Leicester. If we beat Man City, we'd be up to 7th, potentially, and into the European places. The last couple of seasons, 8th place has also been enough for a Conference League due to the coefficiency. Hey, the junior coaching's been increased. What an episode this has been. I'm pleased to confirm in writing the board's agreement to request you made at our recent board meeting. Our academy coaching budget's been increased, and while over time it should reach a satisfactory level, we agree it's important to aid youth development to produce better players. Therefore, we will increase the funding to our academy. I don't think we've produced bad players either. That's the thing. 10 days for Aslan, that's fine. In a bit beheady. A 1 goal, 1 assist for Ephraim Yeboah in a 4-3 loss. Trevor Grinsell not performing well in that game, but he has done all right recently. He's got a couple of goals and assists as well. 1 goal, 2 assists, and then a goal in the Pappy Johns, a goal for Ireland as well. He's doing quite well, to be honest. I show Trev so much. I just really think he's going to be like a mainstay in the team. He just needs to be a little bit better. Just get a little bit better. Come here, big man. Lorenzo Luca. Absolutely sensational performance. Comes on. Bags 2 goals. 2 headers as well. Do you know what? I am actually going to change this up to just be slightly, fairly narrow, because that seemed to work quite well as the dog kicks the Christmas tree. Yeah, we're getting there, aren't we? We are getting there. Squad is fantastic. Just a fantastic group of players. I mean, even if you look at the squad planner, they're still saying this. This is nonsense because we've got a lot of players who can play deep line playmaker and defend. This is nonsense. Sangante Diouf, Marin as backups to Jacob Greaves. That's nonsense. That's not a 2.5 star. And even on the left hand side, I do agree with the left hand side. We obviously have Bryn Hildson. Thorsten Farras sort of hasn't pushed on. Greenwood could potentially go out, which obviously we don't want to happen. But if he does go out, we need to find sort of someone who can play out there. So the scouting, we've recently refreshed these with the whole. I've literally just gone through and just restarted them all again. And the name of each scout, I prefer that more than anything else. And they're all just looking for the same. It's just 2.5 stars to 3.5 stars, transfer alone, and then whatever area. Most of them just set to any. Just to get like a big sort of pool of players knocking about in there. But I do feel as though we need a left winger, and that's sort of like no slight on the lads who have been playing there. But obviously Bryn Hildson's only like 2.5 star. Farras, I think, and alone and out. It's really like an actual sort of out and out winger. We do have a couple of lads in the academy. I just don't think they'd be good enough to sort of do a job there. And we are looking for an inside forward, really. So let's highlight attributes for an inside forward on support. Let's drop it down to 13 because you're very unlikely to get people on 15. So even on 13, it's already filtered. There you go, dropping it down to 12. Pedro Neto, we did actually put an offer in for him in the summer, but he's too much. I mean, 40 mil, it's not happening. It's more like these guys, sort of like 6 million, or sort of like, I mean, this guy, Rarej EA, 6'1" as well, right-footed. I think he's more of an advanced playmaker who can just play out there. Savio, wanted by Forest. Oh, he looks good. He's left-footed though. And I don't want to change up what's working. Coutinho, no, he's too much. Yeah, I've got a decision to make, really. I think we do need one, but whether we sort of... He actually looks all right, you know. Whether we sort of go out and like spend big money on one remains to be seen. If someone pops up that can like come in and do a job... Oh, Manuel Polster has got the holy trinity of dreams. Oh my God, Manuel. What was his XG? What was Manuel Polster's XG? He's a good finisher. He scored 5 goals from an expected 3.95. 11 starts in the league. Crossing, dribbling and finishing. He'd be amazing as a winger, wouldn't he? Oh my life. Hello. Fairly susceptible when it comes to living in another country. Poor heading ability. Everything else, though. It's just a big outlay. 20 million for what would essentially be like a backup player. He looks fantastic, though, and he can cover up front. 20 mil and 100 grand a week. That's not it, son. That's not it. Could potentially bring somebody back in from the academy. There's not really anyone who's currently there who could sort of do a job. Justin Jevon is probably the only. No, he's left-footed. Who else? It's the other wingers. Yeah, see, now we're dropping down into the realms of like 2.5 stars, 3 stars. I'd like Faras to do something there, but I just don't think he's sort of. I just don't think he's got it. He's got it, but he's not got it. Does that make sense? I do think he is more of an inverted or an inside forward. I do really think he could do that role very well. He just needs a lot more game time playing there. And then everyone else is sort of much of a muchness. There's not an awful lot to go by. Raekwon, I mean, look how much he's dropped off a cliff, man. Raekwon Nelson, I'm devastated. They think he's just going to be a League Two player now, Raekwon Nelson. So we can't even sort of bring him in the team. He had 5-star potential at one point. Insane. Yeah, man. That's frustrating because I actually really, really, really liked the look of him. It's so much money. The only other option is that Noni Madueke is transfer listed. 12.5 mil. He is left-footed again, which is a bit of a shame, but it could potentially mean we move Smiths out to the left, but I don't think he can do that. Harvey Barnes, we did have an offer in for last season. I just don't think. Don't know, he's 30 now. I can't say much because I'm 30. He's 30 now and is 4 mil. Not really been given the chance to perform, but the 2 seasons he did play well for Newcastle, he did play well. 10 goals in his first season. Inside forward on that side. Shoots from distance, shoots from power, curls the ball, tries first time shots. It's just his wage. And what would he want? He'd just be happy providing competition. Do you know what? There you go. I think, it's Harvey Barnes. I think 4 mil for Harvey Barnes for like 2 years. It allows us to sort of loan Faras out so he becomes like more rounded, and Brynhildson and Greenwood, and then Harvey Barnes. Obviously, we're losing Francilino due and Cole Palmer, so we do kind of need to rebalance. But we've got like a third choice. I think that's not a bad pick at all. Just looking at the dynamics then, obviously we are training up an awful lot. Team cohesion still isn't quite there. It's in green now. He's not seeing much recent changes, but basically, if you've not seen it, the collective mental state will change. There will be a significant change in positioning, and the players experience notable changes in their vision and reactions to events the higher it is. So it is definitely worth sort of training it as much as you can. Obviously, we do train it. If we look at the training, not there though, because that is silly. If we look at the training calendar, we have this fluid counter attack, team bonding, and match review, 1 match, and we also have it for 2 matches as well. It gives. It's not got it in there because there's 2 games, and I've only set it as the 1 game one. Dick. Here you go. There'll be a team bonding in there somewhere. No, there won't. And then obviously we've got the whole of January, which I haven't set anything for, so we need to put that in there again. But this is sort of what I've done, and again I do say like only once. It's taken the team bonding out because it's normally there, so we're gonna have to like put it in here. But yeah, so team bonding, team cohesion increased, and I tend to put that on every single one. And it's the first time I've really sort of like delved into training. It's not really something I do because I don't really understand it all that well. And obviously there goes team bonding in there before the Tottenham one. And then this is a one-match one. So you'll see it actually does change based on. So one-match one, it keeps the team bonding where there's a slot. Obviously, you'd normally play a game on a Saturday, but we've got the game on a Tuesday, so it kind of flips it around. And then this is the normal one. If you look where the Brighton game is, this is custom schedule, team bonding, match review one, team bonding, match review will be down here when we put that training style in. So yeah, it does work. It does work. There you go. You can see it there for the Norwich game and there for the Tottenham game. So I'm just going to pause you there. I'm going to go and run through this to the end of the season because it seems to be working the way we've got it. I do still let the assistant managers sort of change things up if need be. I think it's very silly to sort of not do that. And then, do you know what? Actually, if we don't have like a game that week, I tend to do stuff like this, like where is it? I tend to do like this, just like a whole week of like set piece coaching, because then you've got games in that week, and then you obviously just then stick your styles back on. Again, I'm getting used to it. I think it's working. But I want to set it all up now before I forget. So yeah, nice one. Nice one for reminding me, even though nobody said anything. Football Manager is like, the narrative writes itself. It's amazing. Just noticed our last game of the season is Man City away. And obviously we did say that this game, if we managed to pick up a result, could potentially put us in the European places. So can you imagine if we get a result here and then we have to go and play again in at the end of the season and a chance to get Europe? That'd be mental. Do you know what I really love about Harry Bond is that he's Fijian. 3-star, they think he could be. He's currently only 1.5. 3-star player. If you look at the squad planner, I think Norgard's a 3-star player. None of them are. Arslan, Mariba, Norgard, and Kratzig, none of them are 3-star players. Out on this side, Christian Bellic's a 3-star player, so they think he could be as good as this. So I just love the fact he's Fijian, he's coming from the youth academy, and they reckon he can be a decent, like, first team level player. I'm very happy with that. That youth academy's been mad. So a couple of changes needed for the Man City game. It's a very different Man City sort of lineup. They're not coached by Guardiola anymore. They're coached by Thomas Tuchel, so it's more aggressive than City normally would be. They play a 4-2-3-1. Stamenech looks like he's like a segundo volante of some sort. Militao is like an inverted wing-back. So it's a bit different to what we're used to, but they have still obviously got like amazing players in there. Again, we're talking about sort of players who enjoy big matches. We can't really play with Milinkovic-Savic. We don't need a Roman playmaker in there. We need someone to break up the play. So Belic is going in there. Bors agrees. Marin looks like he's going to come in for this game. He normally doesn't like big matches. He doesn't actually. You know what? He doesn't at all. But he's in a very good vein of form. Sangante does, doesn't he? It's Sangante or Diouf. One of them do. It's not Sangante. Maybe it's Diouf then. I really am spoiled for choice at centre-back, aren't I? This is great. Fallou Diouf then. He used to. I think we give the start to Diouf. And then again, we just have a little look at the bench. Semedo can come in for Kratzig. Arslan can't play, so that's fine. Bryn Hilton's going to start because he likes big matches. Gordon's going to drop out. Mason Greenwood has to be on the bench somewhere. I think we drop Marin then just because Sangante's already there. And then we've got basically everyone who likes big matches is in and around the bench there. Lorenzo Luca will continue. Do you know what? I need to change this up actually. Lorenzo Luca will continue off the bench, I think. Target forward supports his favoured position, isn't it? And then Greenwood's obviously a little bit tired. Played very well recently, but yeah, I think we start with Bryn Hilton. Greenwood enjoys big matches now as well. Could start him up front and drop Bungard out. What's Bungard's report? I do always check this, by the way. Oh, he looks so good. He enjoys big matches as well. Bloody hell, we've got so many. Look at this. Key passes and progressive passes per 90 is like the best in the league. He's very creative, Philip Bungard. Oh God. Okay, let's start it as it is. Let's drop Mason Greenwood out and sort of go with that. So Harvey Barnes. Can you negotiate a good deal for him? 79 grand a week, 1.9 mil. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Because again, if you look at the finances, bearing in mind we've upgraded the training and youth facilities, we've got a lot in there. We might just need to change the budget slightly for when Harvey Barnes comes in. But obviously, there's 2 lads going out the door, so that's not too bad. Chris Mitchell's doing well now as well. Oh, it's heaven. I feel like it's clicking. I feel like it's all coming together. We're obviously like well into our fourth season now. It's season 4, isn't it? We had 2 seasons of the Championship, 1 in the Prem and 1 this. Yeah, this is season 4 now. We're well into our 4th season. We still got players who are in and around the team from the 2nd season, back end of the 1st. I think Fally Youth was the back end of the 1st season. So we've still got a couple of players knocking around. It just all seems to be coming together. It's lovely. Do we bring Ronald back? Do we bring Ronald home? Ronald? Do you fancy it? Oh my god. Oh my god. Is Ronald coming home? We need to have a look at how he is. He's going to want silly wages though, isn't he? Lads, do we bring Ronald home? Bowen, Grintle still doing well. Scouting update. Malagusto, former player, of course. I think we could bring Malagusto back in full time, as the right back cover. What was his scout report then? Oh my god. Can you imagine if we can bring Ronald back? Ronald back or Harvey Barnes? What do I do? Oh, where's Malo? Malo Gusto. He's not really played much at Chelsea. Worth about 20 mil. Will provide like the backup, surely. Enjoys big matches. He likes the club. He likes me, if I remember correctly. I've come off his favourite personnel now. He did do that one magnificent season at us, didn't he? When we first come into the Prem. Prem come soon. Slightly interested. He'd happily be a fringe player. Lads, I said I wasn't going to make many signings, but you know what? I don't really think I can turn down some of these players who've become available. I'll piss off. Don't be daft. I'll just give you 20 mil up front. How about that? Ted Bowley is a rat. There you go. Oh my god. Are we going to get Ronald back? And then... Oh man. I'm giddy. I'm giddy at the prospect. Fallow the youth is apprehensive. Rafa Marin's upset. Everyone else is fine. Literally, Mason Greenwood is an arse when he gets dropped. It's mad. Like, you'd think he'd be like kicking off, thinking he's like the main player, considering like his ability. He's probably the best ability player we've got at the club. I can't stop thinking about Ronald coming back. Oh my god. Oh my god. If he doesn't want stupid wages, I'm bringing him back. Come on, lads. I've got faith in you. I've got faith in all of you. Oh, at a home as well. I always say I reckon at home we can beat anyone. I think I say this every video. I genuinely do think at home we can beat anyone. I really, really do. But obviously this is Manchester City we're talking about, and we're playing quite risky football. So it could bite us on the arse completely. Obviously, I get called a footballing terrorist. A lot of Chelsea fans would say that Thomas Tuchel is also a footballing terrorist. So, yeah, we've got a terrorist derby on the cards here. We've got a corner early doors, which Bungard will deliver. Near post is surely his angle. It's flicked on. Smits is there. Here's Bryn Hildson. Finds Coyote. He's bent one on his left foot. It's took a deflection. Smits gets it back in, cleared away again. And you can see we're just trying to get it in the box. We are just get it in there. Cause problems. Bores us throw. Short to Bryn Hilton. Turns his man. Bryn Hilton does well. Finds Bungard. He's got no one to lay it off to. It's Smits. It's blocked by Rico Lewis. Coyote, can you get it in? No, Belic. Coyote. Belic. Oh, I feel like we've lost the chance here. Diouf. 1-2 with Belic. Knocks it back to Greaves. This is nice football, and they're just going to end the highlight. Stamanek to Ruben Diaz. Stones. Can we get a challenge in? Rodri. Good block by Norgard. Bernardo swings it in for Haaland. Held by Heidel. And Bournemouth, who are bottom of the league, have beaten Everton there. And Everton are obviously a team in and around us. I'm already looking at teams in and around us. Go on, Bungard. Go on, lads. Oh. Put them under some pressure there. Guardiola to Rico Lewis. Stamanek to Rodri. To Bernardo Silva. He's closed down by Andre Borza. It's back to John Stones. It's Stamanek. Puts it well wide. So now 15 minutes gone, and it's quite even. I'm just going to give them an encourage, because obviously we are playing a team who are top of the league, so I'd be very harsh if I kicked off at them. Smits isn't really performing, and Junior Krupi looks quite tired. That's something to think about. Obviously, we do have Dango on the bench. Bungard, Bryn Hilton. He always performs well against the big teams. He's knocked it in! Oh, what a save! It was Junior Krupi at the near post, and Edison tips it wide. We've got another corner. Smits will deliver. Get up! Oh, what a save! It was Jacob Greaves who rose the highest. Bryn Hilton's on a 7. I don't know if you can see him because my head's probably in the way. Bryn Hilton's on a 7. Falou Diouf, short to Belic. Good ball to Junior Krupi. Back to Norgard. Into Bungard. Bungard turns, shoots, puts it well wide. Ripples the side net. And there's a lot of tired lads out there. You know, Junior Krupi looks dead on his feet. Bors is quite tired. That is going to come into full effect, I think, in the second half, as Bernardo Silva's got the ball out wide now. Jacob Greaves closing down. Bernardo's round his man. Bernardo Silva! Well blocked by Bryn Hilton. And it's City's corner, which Grealish should take. Obviously, Haaland is the danger man, you'd think. Whipped in, headed away, and Bungard can get it clear, and he does. And you know what? He's tried to play that. Rico Lewis does well, though. Stones to Gvardiol. Good tackle, Belic. I love Belic. There's been a few times where teams have come in for Belic, and I've thought he was going to go, and he's turned them down, or I've decided last minute, now I'm going to keep him. And I'm quite glad I did, to be honest. I think we do deserve something out of it. I think we're going to bring Diouf off, and we're going to bring Sangante in, and Smith definitely needs to come out. We'll bring Dango on. We will keep an eye on Junior Krupi. Coyote and Borza are quite tired too. I just don't want to bring Semedo on that right-hand side just for the sake of it, because he's declining quite rapidly now. But we'll keep going as we are. Bryn Hilton is obviously doing fantastically, so he's going to probably last the full game. We may change it up for Greenwood for Krupi, and then probably Lorenzo Luca for Bungard, because we're performing really well. It's a very even game, and obviously City are top of the league. Still, I've got an unbelievable starting 11 there too. I'm so happy with the squad rotation and the squad depth I've created here, you know. I'm really happy with it. I've really thought, I tried to think about it and not just sort of go out and sign everyone. Again, if you look at older videos I've done, even in the eyes test save that I did with Vallecano, I was just signing anyone and everyone. We've got another corner. Bungard can deliver. Bungard. Sangante's flicked header is never going in. Yeah, I agree with that. Krupi's knackered, isn't he? So let's bring Krupi off. And again, we've got a very good player in Mason Greenwood there, who, do you know what? He can play false 9, can't he? Let's look at him as a false 9. Yeah, he can. He absolutely can. So he's going to come in as a false 9. Bungard will sort of last a bit longer. I'm keeping an eye on Coyote and Sangante, but we do have options. I think we probably will eventually bring Semedo on, but we have got, what have we got? We've got 2 more stoppages and 2 more substitutes. We're in the 60th minute. Give them another encourage and just see how we're getting on. Do you know what? I actually think we're in control of the game. They've taken off Rodri and Bernardo for Calvin Phillips and Nico Williams. Bungard is 1 game off suspension. I will replace him with Lorenzo Luca, actually. I will. Lorenzo Luca's going to come on. And we'll use that last substitute later. We'll use it later. Is it going to change? Is it going to take him off? Pushed wide by Hiddle. There you go. Lorenzo Luca's on. We can get that ball into the box. Speaking of get it in the box, City have got a corner. Grealish. He's gone to the edge for Foden. He's gone back to Grealish. We're not out quick enough. He's found Ruben Diaz. He's put her over the bar. So City have made another change. Ennis is on. That being said, then I'm going to bring Coyote off. The temptation is to bring like Norgard or Borza off, but Coyote's knackered because he's trying to get up and down the pitch. We bring Semedo on. Again, there's just a bit more experience, hopefully to see the rest of the game out and just give them one last encourage in the 75th minute. I think there's something in it for either team. It's been one of them games, hasn't it? Not a lot's happened, but both teams have not really created. We've kind of cancelled each other out. And do you know what? I'm quite glad about that. Here's Semedo to Dango Utara. Good turn. Dango Utara. Fantastic. Dango's hit the crossbar. Oh, what a strike. Norgard back to Borza. Yeah, it's the end of highlights. God, what a strike from Dango. Semedo. We've got another throw in. He's gone for Bryn Hilton. Semedo. Can you deliver? You've got a big lad in there. He's gone back to Belic. He's hungering in. Lorenzo Luca's made his movement. Lorenzo Luca scores. Lorenzo Luca again. 33 hours of football without a goal. 3 goals in about 33 minutes of football. What a delivery from Belic. And Luca, the biggest man on the field, gets in between 3 City defenders, heads it low, Ederson can't save, and Bristol City take the lead with 5 minutes remaining. Come on, lads. See the game out. Nothing silly. Well done, Mason. Sangante. Greaves. Just go wide. Just go wide. Yeah, there you go. Andre Borza. Driving forward. Finds Bryn Hilton. He's passed John Stones! Oh, Bryn Hilton! Oh, get it on target. Get it on target, mate. 8 minutes added on. It's ticking down very quickly. We're still in control. Still doing well. Sangante to Belic. There's space all over the pitch for Bristol City. And we drive forward again. It's Dango Utara. It's Dango Utara! Put it away! Dango! Dango! Oh, was that the chance to kill the game? Because City are on the counter, but we're pressing them high still. We're still going. Dango needs to get across to Ennis. He doesn't. Here's Rico Lewis. Semedo's well out of position, and they've used it well. Here's Phil Foden. Please don't do this to us. Haaland's there. It's over the bar. There's a minute remaining. We've got to throw in deep in their territory. Bryn Hilton to Borza. Just keep it in the corner. He's whipped it in, hasn't he? That is silly. That is silly from Andre Borza. Because now they've got a chance to lump it long, and they will. Ederson with the big kick. Header it away, Semedo. He does. Belic, back to Semedo. Great cameo from Semedo. And Dango Utara has done Rico Lewis again. Dango Utara still puts it over the bar, but that should be it. There's 30 seconds remaining. Ederson. Pervert's gone short. You pervert. Greenwood intercepts. Dango Utara. Out wide to Bryn Hilton. And there's the final whistle. Bristol City 1. Manchester City 0. This team have just... There's something in the water. There's something about us. And that result leaves us in 9th. But obviously, we are 4 points away from Leicester, 6 points away from Everton, joint points with Tottenham with a game in hand. Also got a game in hand against Brighton, who are on 31 points. We are really pushing for a top half finish. Easily, potentially Europe. Malo Gusto wants to come in, and Ronald's coming on trial. Oh, it's all coming up Millhouse. Go on, Julian, you negotiate. He's kicked off. Let's bring Ronald in. Bellich is nearly on 50 appearances. Wayne Rooney wants Kratzig. Do you know what? I actually think me and Rooney have got some sort of mad little like rivalry going. It doesn't say that he doesn't like me, and he's not in like my dislike personnel, but we always seem to just have this like ding dong battle, and we're both just sort of progressing up the leagues together. It's amazing. Why did you only offer Gusto 44k? Do you know what it is? It's this, isn't it? Let's just ding that down a little bit. So Malo Gusto, what can we offer him? Fringe player, which is absolutely fantastic. Wants 130. We'll give you 105. I don't mind the appearance fees in that, because it's not like we haven't got the money. So he played hardball. 130 grand has been offered to Malo Gusto, but again, I think he's 24. We will get a good 5-6 years out of him being a fringe player. That's fine by me, and he has got the quality that Coyote's got, so it makes sense. Obviously, you've seen the idea what I did with Tomato coming in as an experienced option. We will sort of assess how Gusto gets on. Tomato won't be here next season anyway. Ronald then. Ronald. How have you been getting on in Saudi, mate? He'd be a 2.5-star player. It means he's better than Bryn Hilton. Bryn Hilton obviously just put in, a 7 against City, 6.9 against Man City. So his previous 2 games, he's played City and United, and an average rating between them of 6.82? That's insane. Ronald. My boy. My sweet little Dorito. We are slightly interested. You want 200 grand a week, Ronald? No. Come on. Ronald. I can't give him 200 grand a week. What are we offering Harvey Barnes? What have we offered Harvey Barnes? 80 grand a week. But he is 30. I mean, that's that. Ronald's coming back. Oh, what am I doing? Withdraw the contract offer. What am I doing? Am I really bringing Ronald back? Impact sub? Ronald. Oh, I'm going to give Ronald 200 grand a week for 4 years. What am I doing? 220. Stop playing hardball. Are we bringing Ronald home? Are we bringing Ronald home? So more developments. Atletico are going to push for Greenwood, it seems. And Sergio Allegri, our set-piece coach, is wanted by Chelsea. I'm going to ask him to stay, which means he's going to go now. That used to work every time. I think he is going to go now. Try to convince him to stay. But we did, if you have a look, if we look at the staff shortlist, where is he? Francesco Mari, is it him? No. Who's the set? It's Bernardo Cueva, Brentford's guy. We can just bring him straight in. Very similar, in swinging, near post, far post, zonal marking. It's very, very similar to what Allegri does. So, we are going to set Nelson Semedo for release because Malo Gusto is coming in. We will just renegotiate for David Bartley. We're going to delay decisions on these guys, and we'll have a we'll trigger Chris Beaton's extension. Chris Mitchell, we will offer a new contract to. Alex Baird, we will offer a contract to. Tommy Everett. Yeah, Tommy Everett's never really going to get any better, so we will let him go. And then Felix Berg, we will offer a new contract to, because I feel there's something there. Kenny Bush is the unambitious guy, so we'll let him go. Arnall, we'll let him go, because he's just one of them that just takes game time off people. We'll let all three of these go. Packy Cousins isn't a good player either, so they will all go. What's wrong with Mitchell? Julian Ward is he's very strict with his negotiation, because he only wants like an extra 125 quid a week. Like, we've just offered Ronald 220 grand a week, mate. Like, come on. Felix Berg, we will offer him a new deal. That's fine by me. So Junior Croupie's just got a new move into channels trait, which is interesting. I didn't train that into him. I didn't ask for that to be trained into him, but it is what it is. Probably just means he's going to move off the ball a little bit more, so that's fine by me. Everton then, Miguel Suarez has scouted them for us. They are 11th in the league, still managed by Daishi. Still have got a lot of very good players. Calvert-Lewin, Horta, Buendia, Reece Nelson, Ayer and Onana in the middle are formidable. Branthwaite, what a player. I've wanted him forever on this game. Can't get him. Mikalenko as a wing-back, fantastic. All their players seem to be... Oh, Dwight's listed. Oh, what's Dwight? He's only like 28 on this now, isn't he? Yeah. Don't know if you remember last year, Dwight McNeil was absolutely amazing on this game. Far too much, though. Otherwise, I'd go for him. Yeah, they've got a good team. I think we've got a better team. So, obviously, I wasn't planning on doing the Everton game, but I feel like we might as well. A couple of changes then, I think... what am I doing? Clicking on the wrong thing. A couple of changes then. I think Sangante will definitely come back in. There's a lot of wanted signs there, which is annoying. Greenwood will come back in. Bryn Hilton will drop back out all the way down to the reserves. Norgard's quite tired. Arslan has not been performing very well in training, so we'll keep an eye on that. We'll bring Milinkovic-Savic back in as well. And to be honest with you, I genuinely think that Lorenzo Luca deserves a start, but I'm not 100% convinced, so we'll just keep it as it is. Transfer window's open. Fallou Diouf is attracting interest from Brighton and Hove Albion now. And I don't think we'll ever let him go, really. I think he's going to be here for a long, long time. Obviously, we've got the two young lads in Ayala and Pedrosa joining. Palmer is going out to Ali. Francelinho Juice still hasn't completed his move to Nottingham Forest, but it looks like he will do. Chelsea are in 17th. Goodness me. It looks like we're also getting Malo Gusto and Ronald back. Ronald coming back for a big grandstand Premier League finish on 220 grand a week. What am I doing? Honest to God. Right. These two then are fantastic players, aren't they? Do you know what? Ethan Ayala could play inverted wing inside forward on that side, but we're going to make him available for the under-21s because I think it would be a bit silly not to do that. Both of them, to be honest. Development available for under-21s. Although they do think he's probably first-team regular already. That's insane. Big lads. What's this saying? Analysing of our attacking and defensive performance. We are genuinely okay defensively and good in attack. That's good. That's what we want. Lots of XG. Lots of XG. Coyote is just sensational, isn't he? Coyote. Is this the City game? This is just the City game, isn't it? Good in defence against Manchester City. So, do you know what? Fair play. Fair play, Bojan. So Morecambe and Plymouth play different styles, so that's a no. He'll still gain valuable first-team experiences. He doesn't feel the offers match the valuation, and this is the fringe player thing. We basically want every one of our players to go out and at least be a squad player. So if we offer him out as a squad player, then Bojan will accept the offer. If they come in lower, he won't accept the offer. So that is what it is. This is good. The mentoring groups are working. So Francelinho, ignore him. George Morgan's picked up mixed. He has got some positive as well as negative. He's focused and approaches each day with professionalism. His temper gets a bit better of him, and he's a bit more controversial. He's a balanced personality. Determination's not really changed much, but let's see if we can finally move him on to Tranmere. I don't want him on the verge of the first team. There you go. Lincoln, important player. So George Morgan might be going out to Lincoln. Justin Pierre, as again, more capable of taking on different challenges. He's a bit more controversial. That's fine. He's a resolute winger now, Justin Pierre. Frank Smith is more loyal and more adaptable and capable of different challenges. What a player Frank Smith is turning into. And Rosario, we saw him a minute ago. Ian Kennedy is playing a lot. His crossing's got better, so that's fine. And Junior Creepy has won Young Player of the Month ahead of Finn Yelch and Phil Norman, who is a regen. Phil Norman looks fantastic. Did he come through at Burnley? He did. Is he from Burnley? Doesn't say. That's the dream, though, isn't it? Get a little regen through, little new gen through, and put him in your first team in the Premier League. Yeah. What video this has been, by the way. Probably the best of the series, or one of the best of the series so far. And if you made it this far, thank you very much. I wasn't planning on doing Everton game, but if the players don't come in by then, we'll probably just do the Everton game just as a bonus episode because it's gone well. Francelinho, you're gone. Get out of here. See you later. I anticipate Smiths is going to kick off now because they had quite a good relationship, and Smiths was the only player supportive of Francelinho due when Dew wanted to play more over Bungard. So this means that Allegri has decided to go to Chelsea. So we're going to go make an offer for the ex-Brentford guy, Quaver. So he's going to come in as the new set-piece coach. Revolving door of staff around here at the minute. How are the board saying we're getting on now? Because they were a bit concerned last time. Very happy. They're very happy with the wing play. Concerned with the number of goals, but I don't think that's quite true. What about the supporters? The supporters are now very happy. They're happy with everything. They couldn't be happy with me as a manager. Couldn't be happier, I should say. Performances of the tactics. They're very happy with this. We're overwhelming teams. Good. It's good. Ignore what they're saying about it not being direct. We're blowing teams out the water at the minute, and the dynamics are getting better. It's gone down a little bit. Oh, because Gordon's kicking off now. Why specifically Cardiff? Why do you specifically want to go out on loan to Cardiff, Devian? That is a weird one. I don't think many Colombians want to go to Cardiff, but anyway. So, just at the day of the Everton game then, Ezekiel Barco, Julian Ward's made an offer for him. Again, he's identified we need an inside forward. We're going to withdraw that offer. I think Ronald is good enough to sort of be one of the rotation options in there. Malo Gusto is about to sign in £22 million on quite a hefty wage. But we need the rotation. We need the options. I think if we can get them in now in January, it means in the summer we don't really need to do too much, if anything, really, because we've obviously got a lot of young lads knocking about. So maybe this is the year we can finally say this is now the young players coming through. So Malo Gusto is in. Ronald needs a work permit, which should be done by Wednesday the 5th. It did say he probably won't get it, but we do have an ESC place available. Where's Malo? Malo Gusto can come in. So Malo signs in. Fantastic stuff there. Another brilliant player who has been with us before, who gives good competition. Actually, I wouldn't say that Semedo didn't give good competition, but obviously is declining quite rapidly. He's 34 now, but yeah. What a mad video this has been. What a mad sort of little transfer window, end of year, Christmas time stuff has gone on here. Chelsea in 17th is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Do you know what? I might even start Malo Gusto against them just for the sake of it. So a couple of changes then. Milinkovic-Savic and Arslan into the middle. Greenwood comes back in out wide, and on the bench, Yuri Pedrosa and Malo Gusto take the places of Nelson Semedo and Ilya Mariba, I believe. Oh no, Mariba's there. Somebody else. Yeah, game against Everton at Bramley Moordock. Their form is not fantastic by any means, and their two midfielders had like a negative partnership on the go. So hopefully that's something we can take advantage of. Coyote with a very early foul there. But yeah, hopefully that's something we can take advantage of. If you'd offered me 6 points out of these 3 games, I'd have taken it. So whatever happens here, happens here. Obviously, any sort of additional points is fantastic. If we lose the game, we lose the game. That's not just me saying that as an Everton fan. But yeah, if we lose the game, we lose the game. I'd have taken 6 points out of these 3 games any day. That win against City was magnificent as well, wasn't it? As Horta whips it in and Borza clears. Reece Nelson down the line for Horta again. Back to Reece Nelson, onto his favoured right, Borza heads away, Patterson's there, Onana, well blocked, and Smits can clear, but he's played a lovely ball to Greenwood as we look to counter once more. He's gone back to Borza. There's the end highlight in it. Everton giving us a lot of the ball, which is very sort of Sean Dyche of him, of them to do. Let us have a lot of the ball. It's not really something we like doing ourselves, so we're kind of like negating each other at the minute from the looks of it. But I do believe in the quality of this team. I really do. And Andre Borza's looking knackered already out there. He has played a lot of football recently. We do have the option of Coyote going out there and Gusto coming in. Good ball. Krupi playing through. Go on, Bungard. Oh, it's just wide of him. As Bungard gets past Kimpembe. No, he doesn't. I thought he'd jinked it past him there. And Everton look to counter with Buendia. Reece Nelson. He's flying past Borza, Reece Nelson. I think I might have to do that Coyote change. Amadou Onana, just wide. And Everton are piling pressure on Horta with the corner. Swings it into the far post, looking for Kimpembe. Knocks it down for Mikalenko. Well blocked and cleared by Arslan. And Smits picks it up. He's not having a good game, Frank Smits, but what can he do? Young Frankie gives it away. That's what he does. He's on the chopping block for this for this half time. As Kimpembe finds Nathan Patterson, Everton come forward once more. Greenwood doing his duty and getting back there, and we look to play it out from the back again. Greenwood, Borza. There's a ball down the line. He's not used it, Borza. He's not performing at all here. Emi Buendia, Ricardo Horta wide. So we look to come forward again, and Buendia's gone through the back of Arslan, and that's a red card, surely. Surely, get him off. Get him gone. It is. It's a red card. Emi Buendia's gone. Very silly challenge to make because he was running the show from that attacking midfield position. They've got another corner. Everton are going to beat us, you know. I can see it coming. Horta's corner. Headed on by Milinkovic-Savic. Falls back down. Mikalenko's there. Blocked again. Into the area. Cleared away by Borza. Pickford's having to launch that ball for Nelson, and Borza just gets to it first. Here's Onana. Everton look to counter again. Onana to Calvert-Lewin, and he's put it wide, and he absolutely should have scored. This defence, I think they're just too tired. Look, Borza's knackered. There's a lot of tired legs out there, and a lot of poor performances. That being said, we do have a corner just before half-time, which Smits will deliver. And he'll pick out an Everton head. Mason Greenwood brings it down, though. Greenwood back to Smits. Get your ball in, son. Ball in. What are you doing? What are you doing? What's he doing? Get him off. Fucking 2 men back post as Milinkovic-Savic with the free kick. Saved by Pickford. I'm pretty sure it was Bungard and Krupi were both standing back post just waiting for the ball to come across. And he started to skin about 4 players and put it over the bar. What's he doing? Right then. Smits has not performed, so he will be coming off. Borza is shattered, so we will do Coyote out on the left. Borza will come off. Malo Gusto will come on. 2 complete wing backs on support. I think, is going to be the way forward there. Croupy and Greenwood, they're not really getting the chance to perform, in all honesty. Smith, 6.7. I'm not having that. He's been rubbish. Let's get Utara on. And then, yeah, let's bring Lorenzo Luca on for Bungard and do our get the ball high into the air. I would have liked to have brought Pedrosa on, but I just think Calvert-Lewin, even though they're down to 10, I just think a player like Calvert-Lewin will just sort of take advantage of the young lad. That's a really awful way of putting that, isn't it? Yeah, I just think we need to just be careful. Although we are one man up, Everton have shown enough already to say that they're going to, it's unlucky to sort of suggest that they're going to stay in this game. They've had a lot of shots. They've been the better team. It's another free kick. It's gone short to Junior Cooper to Dango Utara, 1-0. Straight off the training ground. Dango Utara. Lovely short free kick by Milinkovic-Savic. Junior Croupy, first time. Look at this little first time through ball outside of the foot. Nah, just a lovely pass in. And Dango's finishes outside of the foot. Gets past his marker. We take the lead at Bramley Moor. Sangante's looking quite tired, but he is having a good game. We do have 2 subs left, is it? 2 subs left. We're coming up to the 60th minute. I will probably make them now, to be honest. We will bring off Mason Greenwood. We won't. We've got no one to put there. Greenwood's going to have to stay out there then. Do you know what? Let's bring... Is Pedrosa left or right-footed? He's 6'7", that's all I know. He's 6'5", I'm thinking of the wrong lad. We'll bring him on. We'll bring Pedrosa on, and we'll bring Arslan off, and bring Christian Norgard on. Obviously, Norgard will get the rest in the midweek game against West Brom in the Cup. But, yeah, we've got a nice big 6'5" centre-half on the pitch and a 6'7" striker. So, if we can't pick any of them off a set-piece, we're probably doing something wrong. But, again, good performance. Not the best performance. Everton were very similar, I think, in the way that we will sit back and then just try and counter quite quickly. They obviously had a lot of the chances early on, which was quite concerning, but we seem to have ridden that out. We've taken the lead, and we're going to get done by a set piece, it looks like. Now cleared by Malo Gusto. Lorenzo Luca to Junior Croupy. Milinkovic-Savic, there was a ball out wide, man. Coyote to Milinkovic-Savic. I love this Roman playmaker role, you know. I love it. Croupy to Gusto. Look at this for play. Malo Gusto. He tried to go alone. He should have played that in. There was men in the middle. Onana to Calvert-Lewin. Back to Onana. Amadou Onana in the area. Oh, he's hit the inside of the post. God, we got away with that one there. Here's Pedrosa. He's got a mohawk. Pedrosa's got a mohawk. Croupy. Can he play the ball back to Utara? He can. He's closed down by Michalenko. He's nicked it past him and he's looking for Lorenzo Luca, who is up, and it's well saved. Luca, good hold-up play now, Norgard. Luca again. Milinkovic-Savic. Ball forward is easily intercepted. Now McNeil, Everton come forward again. McNeil to Calvert-Lewin. He's past Pedrosa. Calvert-Lewin, well blocked by Jacob Greaves. Now, I would expect that we can header this away. We've got a massive aerial threat. McNeil's ball in. And you know what? Heddle comes and claims. Heidel, however you say it, he is a fantastic goalkeeper. Gusto with the throw-in. Dango Utara plays it in there. Greenwood's there! 2-0. And it's us getting the better of the set-piece routine for once. These bloody throw-ins, which are impossible to defend. Everton find out the hard way. Mason Greenwood gets his 8th or 9th of the season. Dango Utara. So Utara, I think, is now fully settled in and is he is just the backup rotation option. He's fantastic. Dango Utara. He was brilliant for us in the Championship. He's been brilliant for us this season. He was obviously awful last season, but this season he's been very, very good. Jory Pedrosa, you can man-mark Calvert-Lewin. That would be lovely. Thanks, mate. Hour and a half video. Ooh, love that. Right. Another corner, which Dango's going to take. Pick the lad with the mohawk. Go on, pick the big young lad. He's near post there. Poor Milinkovic-Savic. Norgard! Oh, Gusto, we keep the pressure on, and it's cleared away. Carlos Soler with a deep free kick for Everton, looking for McNeil. Wins the header. Oh my God, Onana has had several opportunities to give Everton some sort of... He should have put them in the lead twice. Well, thankfully, he never. Here's Jordi Pedrosa. Dango Tara's given away. Twice given away, really. Kimpembe to Michalenko. It's back to Pickford. He's looking long and wide for Patterson, who's got a lot of space on this side. Obviously, we do ask the wingers to sort of... I mean, Coyote, that's poor, lads. We ask the wingers to get back a lot and sort of put hard yards in, cleared by Gusto. And you can see it's taken its toll, the two wingers. I mean, Dango's been on for 45 and he looks shattered. We do ask an awful lot of the lads. Nice play out from the back, though. Krupi, not the best pass, but Lorenzo Luca's there. He's been fantastic this video, hasn't he, Lorenzo Luca? He's still going. He's still got it. Oh, and it's cleared away as far as Carlos Soler, and you can see Coyote. Oh, what a challenge, Coyote. He broke his neck to get back there. It's going to fall for Carlos Soler, who hits the post, and it's cleared away by Malo Gusto. Everton cannot hit the target in this match. Soler, ball in, headed away by Luca. Godfrey plays it back. Kimpembe. Everton pushing once more. And it's full time at Bramley Moore. Everton 0, Bristol City 2. We get the better of Sean Dyche's men on Merseyside. So a result which keeps us in the chasing pack. Oh, God. Oh, no. Princey. He's fuming because he wants feeding. Princey. Shush. I'm going to have to leave that there. It keeps us in the chasing pack. We're still 9th. Unbelievably. We drop Everton down to 15. Hey! Stop it! Right, I'm going to go. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.